We got some bad news. According to MPFirst.com, canceled Batman game featuring Damian Wayne character design surfaced showing off an older Bruce Wayne and Killer Croc and more. That's right. There was a Batman game with Damian Wayne in the work. That was canceled. Early this year, Warner Bros. Announced it was canceling the previous announced Wonder Woman game, much to the dismay of DC fans worldwide. It's not just a Wonder Woman game that was canceled. The publisher also previously canceled a Batman game featuring Damian Wayne and the Cape and Cowl. Although never officially announced, Yo, shout out to BT with the sub, appreciate it.
Not as loyal as Amy's dumbass is to me.
Although never officially announced, its existence was leaked a few years ago, and it was condemned Project Sabbath. It was planned to be a game set 10 years after the events of Batman Arkham Knight and featured Bruce Wayne's son as taking on the mantle of Batman. The new concept art comes from former Warner Bros. Montreal principal artist, who has shared image of not only Damian Wayne, but also an old Bruce Wayne. Shout out to Modern Kari with the sub. We also see concept art for Killer Croc, the Hunter and the Huntress, which takes a different direction from what we're accustomed to seeing in the Arkham universe of games in terms of art style. The leaked info mentions Project Sabbath was the 5th entry in the Arkham series and would serve as a sequel to Batman Arkham Knight. It was said to be set 10 years after the events of Rocksteady's latest mainline Arkham game, and it was inspired by Batman Beyond. So, I mean, who is this? Is this supposed to be Bruce, I guess? Old man Bruce. Man, get this shit the fuck out my face, bro. Yeah, continue without support. I'm not turning my ad blocker off. So I guess this is old man Bruce right here with the cane, yeah. And then it's supposed to be Damian. Look at this. This I'm not even gonna say what else. This looks like the type of human MAGA likes. Very pure, very pure. Okay, the Huntress. He looks like Robin from the 90s movie. Who the hell is that supposed to be? Is this supposed to be? Well, that's supposed to be Killer Croc. Who the hell that's supposed to be? Shit. That's unfortunate. We will never see the game. What else does it say? While Warner Bros. Hasn't announced a new Batman game yet, the company has said they are focusing on Batman, Harry Potter, and other core franchises for the games for their studio moving forward. A rumor has surfaced early this year mentioning that Rocksteady is once again working on a new single-player Batman game after the massive disaster that was Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Even if the studio is doing that, it doesn't necessarily mean Damian Wayne will take on the role of Batman. Chances are, whatever assets and ideas WB Montreal had for the Project Sabbath are tucked away, and Rocksteady and Warner Bros. Are starting fresh. So that's the inside look into a canceled Batman game. Unfortunate, but probably got canceled for a reason, you know. It's way too many games to play right now. There's an RTS I wanted to try called Broken Arrow. I'm also juggling Dune Awakening Metaphor, and yeah, Expedition 33 is too many games to play. Like I said, your initial argument being that I don't want to try anything new, like why should I have to try anything new, is a terrible argument. That's not something you could ever use in a debate. That is the equivalent, the digital equivalent to I want to hug the block and then be upset that opportunities don't come to the block. No, you got to leave the block sometimes and maybe go downtown to a different side of town where there's different jobs available or something like. What else we got? Oh, speaking of comic book stuff, this was pretty interesting. I saw this announced on the timeline. First look at Daredevil and Green Arrow crossover story featured in the Batman Deadpool comic. There's a Batman Deadpool joint, and this is another one they announced. There will be a Green Arrow and Daredevil book coming out, I think, in September or something like that. I was like, ooh, fire. This is a day one cop. If you're into reading, day one cop. I hope that goes crazy. I hope this goes crazy. I feel like this is because they're both street level, this is a good lineup right here. So I definitely will be copping this when it comes out. Just wanted to put y'all on a little shantin' W for the readers. Here's something y'all been asking me about. This is a new game from NetEase. Last week on my last stream, people were asking me if I heard a blood message. I didn't know what they were talking about, so I looked into it yesterday. It is NetEase's first AAA single-player title. It's narrative-driven linear action-adventure game. It's based around NetEase is the same publisher that just brought us Marvel Rivals, so this will be their first single-player AAA game. Let's check it out. It's a 4-minute trailer. Let's see what it's hitting for. Let's see what the hype is about. People kept asking me, did you see it? Did you see it? I'm about to see it right now. 4K. Shout out to 9-1 with the sub. When the Tang Dynasty reigns. The Tang Dynasty? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero niggas? They be sipping Tang and shit? Silk Road shown from the western regions all the way
到长安，能点亮天
like
上。
stars in the sky.
大唐离我们太远了，
It's gone.
神佛还会庇佑河西吗？我是认真决定的。
The visuals are crazy.
想再试一次。
Is this, are these, does anybody know, are these cutscenes or are these in-engine visuals? The bloodshed we today is bringing back the Tang. We bringing the Tang Dynasty back. Yeah, the visuals are crazy. It's in-engine. Sheesh.
我们必须在破城之前。
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I hope this game is optimized because this game is gorgeous. Because if not, the frame rate gonna be dropping like a motherfucker.
您带住了。
Look at the way the hair flowing and shit. Bonk. Okay, we got dynamic cameras and shit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting like Assassin's Creed vibes.
阿娘，阿娘，阿爷，我将追随沙洲一举。
Decided to join the Shangzhou uprising.
你这是
They going to the Tang capital? They gotta fight the Sparking Zero niggas, bro. Got his back blown out.
输赢成败，皆
Beat up, but towers of sand scattered to the winds. Real shit.
为众生之苦，长漫于天地之间。回家吧，这
Come home, your mission is meaningless.
天命所归。
Lex will show you that I am the great Tang Dynasty. Okay, that's what I see. I want to see some gameplay. No UI? I kind of like that.
到头来，
I don't know if that's how it'll play.
更多人什么都不会改变。
What is this? It's called Blood Message.
没有我的帮助，
You can't get out of the
你
desert
走
without
不
my
出这
help.
片沙漠。
Babby. It's so dramatic. Puzzles. Ooh, I love a good snow level. The visuals are crazy right here.
如果神不肯拯救我们的部族，
Okay, people with the foot fetish. There you go. Guys won't save our tribe. I will. Nah, there's no news of the Naughty Dog game. Look at the visuals.
阿娘，等着我。
All the details in his face.
是对信使。
We sent 10 teams of messengers. Each and every one of them is prepared to die. Oh, we doing a suicide mission. Let's go. I'm getting Hellblade 2 vibes. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Chad. I wonder if well, first of all, let's talk about this. I'm interested. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm interested. So like the visuals were top tier in this shit. This looks like it's gonna push hardware. which, like I said, I hope that it's going to be optimized. I hope they take their time, delay it if you need to. I don't want my PC, I don't want my PS5 blowing up. Take your time, keep this game optimized. Visuals look good. The story seems interesting. The music was really good. My only question is the gameplay. They didn't show enough. It's just a premiere trailer, so I'm gonna give them a pass. They showed a little bit, but I want to see more gameplay. I want to see how the combat and like the parkour, how they work in all the systems. Is there a skill tree? No, this ain't coming on no goddamn PS4 Pro. Soon as you boot it up on the PS4 Pro, that shit gonna go. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I just heard what they doing over there in Iran. I heard it was like PS4s or something. I don't know, but let me stop. It looks good. I gotta see more though. I gotta see more gameplay. Is it free? I doubt it. It's a AAA title. This game don't look free. Niggas always want something for free. What it matter anyway?
To the idea of Shadow having
If it's free, you still ain't gonna play it.
Only Sonic wields that type of power.
The second thing I was gonna say, this looks good. We're gonna keep an eye on this one. I gotta see some more gameplay. The second thing I was gonna say is because this is being developed by NetEase, this is their first AAA single player game. Who did Kazaa, the first Berserker? Because that was another joint. Was it Nexon? Yeah, Nexon. So Nexon published the first Berserker, this is their first AAA single player game, and this is a studio known for online games with tons of microtransactions, and now they're doing it with this game, and this one's being made by NetEase. It makes me wonder, with these Asian developers who are known for like mobile games with tons of microtransactions, are they finally taking all that money from the mobile microtransactions and subsidizing it and turning it into like amazing AAA games? I wonder if that's going to be the new trend, because this is the second game we've seen them do this. And if I say, if they do, we welcome it. We need more IPs. So this is a welcome. We've seen 2 new IPs today. 2 new IPs. But there's nothing to play according to the internet. But we gotta see more gameplay before we're 100% sure on this. I'm sure we'll see more out throughout the year. That'd be a nice cushion, so in case the AAA game fails, they have something to fall back to. Well, also it could be a tax write-off if it fails, and they're pumping so much money off of microtransactions in their mobile games and their live service games like Marvel Rivals. Like, they could subsidize these third-party games. It'd make the microtransactions less evil if it means we're getting new IPs where they can experiment and stuff like that. So it's welcome. It is welcome. Maybe Tencent next with the Ubisoft deal. Yeah, maybe Tencent is, I doubt it, but maybe Tencent is the hero we needed for Ubisoft to make them try something new. We got a new Borderlands story trailer.
You are no longer a vault hunter.
Mm-hmm. Who's getting this day one? Be honest.
You may have had free will out there in the...
Nah, I'm not playing the new Boston Stellar Blade. I got too many games.
But here...
Hey, chat, should I get the 570 or 570 Ti? I'd suggest staying away from the 50 series. From my understanding, them bitches run like dog shit. You might be better off getting a 4080 Super or a 4090. I wouldn't fuck with that 5 series. I'm good off of it.
You serve the use I have for you.
Our minds fly free, beyond his control. Now, it's your turn.
I am, but I ain't got 3 homies to play. That's the worst. We're seeing the villains become heroes. Right. Rebrand.
Heard you were rounding up some Vault Hunter.
Black Queen.
Reporting for duty, boss.
Could it be? My savior?
Oh, Vault Hunters! This will hurt!
A toast to our hero.
Why should you get to be free?
It looks alright.
Destroy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for a review because September's stacked, but it looks alright. for once, October isn't stacked. I'd argue it is stacked for the simple fact that September is stacked. It's gonna bleed into October. Why did Clap Chat sound like that goofy voice you always do? I don't know. That's Borderlands 4 trailer. Comes out this September. Look, this is the game I'm gonna wait for the reviews. If they gassing it 9 type shit, which the reviews for another bomb dropped. I'm not playing that shit, but the reviews for what's the Kojima game? Death Stranding 2 came out today. 2 reviews. Is there a Metacritic? Yeah, there's a Metacritic. I believe it was mostly getting 9s. Yeah, it's sitting at a 90 with 103 reviews. That's pretty good. A 90 overall Metacritic. So we got another quote-unquote Game of the Year contender. Hey, but chat, me personally, I'm not interested in this game, so I'm not going to call it trash. I know this is not for me. But if 103 reviews dropped and it's sitting at a 90 overall, it must be a good game. But according to the internet, there's nothing to play. Oh, shit. I don't care about Snooze Stranding. Yeah, I don't want to deliver no fucking packages, but hey, the more power to you. Look up the reviews. I ain't watching that shit. In more positive news, 3 million people have purchased the DLC so far of Lies of P. I think it's been out for like 2 weeks. So shout out to NeoWiz selling million. Although I don't know, internet, let me know. Is this a failure? Because I believe Doom sold 3 million and people said that was a failure. What's the name sold? In like that was like the first week too. I think Assassin's Creed did like 2.5, like in the first like 2 weeks or whatever. People said that was a failure. I don't know. People are saying this is not a failure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the threshold is. The numbers be similar and people call something a failure. I don't know. I think it's a success. They sold 3 million. They're doing good. For DLC, it's kind of crazy. It must be good. I still haven't played it yet. Shout out to Big Worm with the sub. And the best part.
BBC. Only Sonic wields that type of power.
Yo, shout out to Big Worm with the sub. Appreciate it. And the best part about them pushing 3 million units on the DLC in the first week is the fact that I read this one already. Due to the success of the Lies of P DLC, the studio NeoWiz is giving every developer a $8,000 bonus and a free Nintendo Switch. Give it up to them for not being capitalist pigs. It said, you guys did a good job. You made a lot of money for the company. Here's a fat check, and we're going to give you a free Switch too. So shout out to them. I would like to see more of this. I wish some of this Japanese work culture would come over here to the West. Maybe EA, so you guys can make some better games. But this is what happens. This is what happens. Hey, but remember, modern gaming sucks, guys. Modern gaming sucks, man. That sounds like socialism. You a commie boy? You a goddamn commie boy? So that's some good positive news. That's some good positive news. Oh yeah, NeoWiz is Korean, not Japanese. My fault. My fault. They're not. I don't know why I thought they were from Japan. You're right. They are from Korea. More positive news. Rematch surpasses 1 million players despite not having crossplay at launch. Give it up to them. Crossplay is coming, but it did not stop people from playing it. People have been asking me if I've been playing it. And by the way, they said there was no sports games to play. Here's a sports game right here for all the sports games fans. Arcade, people are loving it. Millions of people are playing it. Once again, though, there's no games to play, according to some people on the internet. Oh, my goodness. If you expand that horizon, you might like it. So shout out to them for pushing a mill the first week. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's not FIFA. And this is the story trailer already. I don't know why I saved this twice. Let's go in the sub box real quick. Let me switch my account. Any trailers I should be aware of? Any trailers? You can write off a failed game. Yeah, it's an expense. That's literally what I think Warner Bros did with their fucking failed ass movies, bro. Rematch is only 30, and it's only 30. New Nomad video, Chronos: A New Dawn overview trailer for gameplay. Okay. Let me put my shit back on. Cyberlick official uncensored gameplay trailer. But definitely the best sports games to come out in a minute. Yeah, I hope that the success of Rematch shows that there's a market for arcade sports games, because EA swears that there's not, because the game didn't sell what they wanted. But I think there's definitely a market for more arcade sports games. Give us an arcade baseball, like Nintendo, make Mario basketball, bro. What the fuck? You already seen that joint. Crossplay confirmed coming. Yeah, they said that's like one of the first things they're working on. One of the first things they are working on. Can we get an NBA Street? Please, please. We got a protest outside of EA or something. Please. We already watched all this stuff. We watched all that. I think that's it. Imagine Mario 5-on-5. Like Mario, people forget Mario was in NBA Street Volume 3. Like it could work. Make your own Street Mario basketball game with like power-ups and shit like that. Pirate Outlaws 2. Okay. Holy shoot. Fruit Ninja Bluey Edition. Oh shit. Oh. When that Superman movie come out? Super Robots Y official Nemesis trailer. What? Can we get a NBA Live? I think if EA does another basketball game, I don't think they should call it NBA Live just because the NBA Live brand is tainted. You have to be old enough to remember when NBA Live it was good. The unfortunate thing is when they brought it back, they tainted the brand with those bad games. So the younger audience hears NBA Live and they associate Live with trash. So if EA comes back, I would consult them and say, bring back basketball, but call it something else. So that automatically people don't associate Live with trash, because that is a thing. It is a thing. You ever play the game Control? Yeah, but that game glitched out on me, so I quit it. But it was okay. I didn't feel the desire to go back. I think that's all. NBA Drive. I mean that's actually a cool name. NBA Drive. College Football 26 official deep dive gameplay. Oh shit. Louder crowds. Let's go. Yeah, I think that's everything. All right, let's get into it. Chronos New Dawn. I have a theory that 2K was testing out a street concept with the cages. If that's the concept they were testing it, they better keep that shit in the lab, because the cages in NBA 2K was horrible. Shit was not fun.
Hello, my name is Jacek Ziemba and I am game director in Project Chronos.
And my name is Shamilian Bukhtin. I'm lead combat designer here in Chronos.
And today we want to talk about combat in Chronos The New Dawn.
Yeah, I streamed NBA Playgrounds. Yeah, I played NBA Playgrounds. I never played Wildcard Football. I know it's made by the same people, but I played NBA Playgrounds 1 and 2. I have a funny story about NBA Playgrounds.
Selena sees this month's bank statements.
Shout out to Jay Warren with the sub. I believe it was NBA Playgrounds 2 when it came out. I remember we reached out to the PR team, tweeted any content creators want free codes, reach out. So I remember me and GI, we reached out to them, right? We sent them an email, be like, hey, we would love to stream your game and talk about it on the podcast. And when we reached out, the woman who works PR for that game said that we had already gave them codes. They had already gave us codes for the game. We was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, you didn't. This is the only email we sent. And then she showed the evidence. What happened was somebody in the audience sent an email pretending to be me and said that he was a part of the GI podcast, and they sent the codes to him without vetting him. So we had to tell her he's not part of the squad. You have to have a GI email. That's how you know we're part of the squad. So long story short, that shit pissed me off, right? This is a true story. So long story short, this happened like a few years ago. Long story short, we was like, okay, well, can you let us know who was posing as us, who was part of the podcast, so that, we could check him out? She gave us his Twitch link and his Twitter, right? We pulled up his Twitch. This nigga was live playing NBA Playgrounds 2. I typed in the chat. I was like, hey, bro, why are you pretending to be my friend to get free game codes? The nigga shut down his stream instantly, bro. That nigga said, never saw him stream again. He tried to apologize like, nah, it's fuck you, bro. You're a fucking clown for that shit, bro. And also, she should have vetted him, but I was like, you're a fucking clown for that shit. He instantly turned out. He said, oh no, like he knew what you was doing. That shit is. I'm like, this is why we can't have nice things, bro. That's a true story. I want to know who. I don't remember his name. It was like years ago, because that game came out like 5 years ago. But I mean, if you ask anybody in the GI crew, that's a true story.
So
he said, I gotta go. Like,
experience in a surviving atmosphere where we put a lot of emphasis into it.
All right, so this is a new like space horror game. It looks pretty good.
Cautious and call all the time, because our enemies,
it's called Chronos: The New Dawn.
Merge with each other. So when you kill an enemy, it creates in a way a fuel for other enemies to be absorbed and then to become stronger. So yeah, it's tactical gameplay, but during the fight, you need to also think very fast.
Yeah, it reminds me of Dead Space. How do you clear out arenas?
Since we're aiming into the tactical and decision-making approach.
Yo, my man got the chopper suit on, bro. My man definitely just pulled that off the rack. Look how big this suit is on him, bro. He got the chopper suit on. He's like just trying to not get my lower half. Like, nah, I see it. And then you got a triple XL suit on.
Handcrafty, which leads to that somewhere you have environment.
Yeah, the Steve Harvey.
Somewhere not, and it's gonna be a disadvantage. Somewhere you can use the canister. Somewhere you can lure the enemy out into oblivion.
Shout out to Sharp with the sub.
Or you can do vice versa and just go into melee and fight with your enemies with your best luck.
There's no one solution to how to, clear out arenas and so on. Depends on your playstyle. Even in here when we, develop the game, some of us play more offensive, more defensive. It all depends on your loadout, your gameplay style in a way, and how you want to approach it, and how many resources you have. So there's a lot of variability there.
How is the resource management
It's actually
handled?
up to you how the resource management would be handled, because here we are giving you different types of weapons, different tools, abilities, and throughout the game you have to by yourself figure out what works best for you, what kind of player you are and what kind of strategy fits for you better.
So there's not a one-size-fits-all?
Resource management is also a key, of course, in survival horror, but definitely in our game. So it's very important what you are doing before the fight with the resource, during the fight and after the fight. If you are a more offensive player, you can craft maybe more ammunition. You're more defensive.
I wonder if ammo will be sparse.
Health packs. Okay, from the same resources, you will decide, okay, I want to have something for,
He said, this looks cool, but this is a new IP and ain't no new game, so I don't know. Yeah, this is the third new IP I've shown. Like, it should, like, the jokes write themselves. Yo, shout out to Trill Outcast with the sub.
Of course you can. As many other survival horror games, we made a decent progression tree for the player, so you can upgrade your weaponry, your tools, your suit. It's up to you how you
I want to see some more gunplay though.
Upgrade your character that fits best for your playstyle.
What enemies will you face against?
In Chronos game, we came up with different takes on the enemies. So here we build different types of roles for them. So imagining a role of a runner whose basic goal is to run to the player and kill him as fast as it can. Or a different one, which is like a ranger character who stands behind and shoots you and forces you to go closer to him. There are bruisers, there are big-ass tanky guys whose the only goal is to grab as much resources they can from you. With that idea, we created a lot of unique encounters within the game, and we're asking you to think, analyze, and decide on yourself what would be the best target to start fighting.
All of that is flipped by
I hope there's dismemberment, like we could shoot their legs off or some shit.
a merge system. So even if you're, very good at what Shamil said, when merge happen, now, your running enemy can become a tank enemy.
Oh yeah.
And even have a range attack now, or other attacks, and just become stronger and stronger if you let them.
Ugh.
So don't do it. So you need to be very careful, how to approach combat with our enemies, because different things can happen during the fight. But also we mix that with different types of enemies, like more sneaky ones, or like more like trap.
They said it'll be dismemberment mechanics in a previous trailer? Okay.
Of the game. But also I think somebody said something about.
I really like the lighting in this game.
No. We're not talking about boss fights.
So yeah, that's a secret. Sorry.
Do all travelers have the same?
Yes and no. So all travelers need to jump to the past to extract some targets, but each of them will have different, let's say, list of them.
Excuse me.
You can find an upgrade in the game that can tell the state of health of enemies. So how much they still have before you kill them by using guns.
How does stomping work?
You raise your leg and you stomp.
With a heavy sound.
Yeah. No.
What if you do light on merge?
You will suffer. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and
straightforward.
stay tuned for more materials in the future about Chronos: The New Dawn.
I think it looks pretty good. I wish they would have showed more gameplay though. PS5, Xbox Series, Steam. Okay. Wish list now. This game's definitely on my radar. I like any type of like space horror type shit. So yeah, that's Chronos: A New Dawn. What the hell? Let me find out that Mouseketeer ass game is inspired a new genre of comic book art. Cyberlick, the official uncensored gameplay trailer.
Shit.
Best boomer shooter.
Phonies.
Hey yo.
There's just no place left in this world for a chaotic neutral barbarian with a GED. I'm at the end of my rope. I gotta go to work.
This is creative. It's a Doom style game. Let the innovation go through your veins. The art is actually really fire. Hilarious and low-key subversive. Lethargic political satire. It's a political satire. Yeah, it's woke, chat. It's woke. The animations on that big dude are fire. He flicked them off. Even though it's a Doom clone, the art style is really cool, and then like the whole satire thing it's got going for itself. It's doing enough to where like I'm interested. I feel like I would get this on a Steam sale. If I caught it for like $10, I would try this. This looks pretty cool. Burgers, dank, and guns. Yeah, like I would try it out. It looks pretty cool. Like this is more interesting to me than the mouse game. You said you're interested in this? No way. The movement's cool. The movement's cool, and I like the story thing they have going with it. Hotline Miami type shit. It needs a demo. It would benefit from a demo. But it looks alright. It looks alright. Who wants to play a pirate game? Pirates Outlaws 2. All new IPs, by the way. What was the name of the game? Oh shit. I'm not playing this shit, bro. This is a turn-based pirate game. I forgot the name of it. How do you bring back the tab again? What is it, like Control Shift T or some shit? When's the mouse game coming out? Oh no.
When someone
shout to you.
It reminds me of the time my
Control.
tongue gracefully touched every inch of those thick Asari stripped bodies.
Oh, Cyberlick. Here's the trailer. Cyberlick. Shout out to you for the early stream. Have you heard of Dead as Disco? I tried the demo during Next Fest. Is that game where the beat matches what you're doing? I think Ethos was talking about that. I'm good off of this already. Skip. Holy shoot. Got a black man as the character. A totally serious war. It almost looks like a mix between Doom and Borderlands. Why is everybody making Doom games? See, like this looks like a generic Doom clone with fairies and shit, but it doesn't have the political satire thing going for it. So I'm like, looks okay. Let me see, what's this?
And if you think that,
skip to his end comments at 11:20. 11:20. Why? We talking about rematch.
and now comes the big question: why can't I actually recommend it? As I stated at the beginning of this video, I've played a lot of the betas. I've spent some time playing Rematch, and I think it's a really good video game. Unfortunately, it's not in the best state here at launch. Now, there are conflicting reports as to what's actually happening to the game, but I think that the easy way of describing it is server issues and latency. And having come from that very intricate explanation of just how precise a lot of the things need to be in this game, having it kind of disconnect or teleport through time with a lot of things is basically unacceptable and ruins the entirety of the game's feel.
So what was the beta for if it's got netcode issues at the launch?
You will on your screen see yourself do something for the game to kind of rubber band back and decide that actually it was the opponent who controlled the ball, and now they have
One
possession.
of my friends said the same thing. The gameplay's there, but the net code is really holding it back. Did they never learn their lesson? I got codes for this. It's just I'm playing Expedition 33, so it's like hard to find time for this shit. The game does look good. It's unfortunate to hear that.
As to how that even happened.
Yeah, my question is like, what was the beta for?
Goalie, and you will stop a goal on your screen, and then
Not gonna lie, it feels worse at times now during the beta with the server issues. So we got another what was the Ubisoft shooter? Damn, what was that sorry ass Ubisoft shooter? The same thing happened with that game. What was that? X-Defiant. We got another X-Defiant on our hands because the X-Defiant beta was way better than the actual release. The beta ran smoothly, and then we get the full game, and it was just mad netcode issues. That's unfortunate, man. I will say I'm going to give them a little bit more leeway in comparison to X-Defiant because X-Defiant was a AAA developed game with AAA backed money. This is made by the team who made Sifu. It's a smaller team. It's only $30. So probably wait until they fix the netcode issues. But I'm going to give it a little bit of leeway just because it is a $30 game. It's a smaller game and scoped by a smaller team. But it is unfortunate. Probably just wait till they fix it. Wait for the patch or whatever. Streamers will boost it once it works, I'm sure. Pretty much. It's on Game Pass. Is it? I love this developer. Yeah, they made Sifu. Let's talk about the real game of the year, though. The real sports game. College football official gameplay deep dive. Let's go.
College football 26 gameplay deep dive.
Louder crowds.
About a massive playbook expansion. All new player types and abilities. Improvements to wear and tear.
That's crazy. They got a bigger playbook. As if mad niggas read. That's crazy.
New control mechanics.
You gonna like that same Ninja Blitz play.
Physics-based tackling and a lot more. Let's get into it. With
the real game of the year
comes a massive playbook expansion for the
Snow Bunny Hunters
ever. Over 300 real college football coaches bring their unique styles and authentic play calling to the game, delivering distinct program identities and more play calling variety. Over 20.
They better have a coach from the Waterboy in here.
800 new plays and over 45 new formations have been installed.
Whoa.
Option types, motion types, bizarre plays and formations from last season are at your fingertips. And they're all...
Too bad gamers won't use any of that shit because time and time again, data has shown us they can put 1 million animations in the game. When people figure out what are the 3 to 5 best animations, those are getting abused. Look at NBA 2K. So like you might as well just focus on something else.
Tuned so you can craft a strategy that feels like your favorite
Curry slide.
10 brand new player archetypes and rebalanced abilities, now 84 total, are designed to showcase the wide variety of skill sets we see in college football every Saturday.
Wow.
Improvements to how abilities scale are based on performance.
Niggas will play this shit and swear this is not an RPG. Guys, this is a fucking RPG.
Okay, so for this player, I'm thinking about equipping the mobile Deadeye ability. It's a physical ability where when on the run outside the pocket, it's slight accuracy boost to the wide receivers up to 15 yards downfield. That's when it's at bronze, but if you get it to the platinum level, they got badges in this bitch. When on the run outside the pocket, you get ultimate accuracy boost to any receiver. This is a fucking RPG. These are perks you're equipping off a fucking skill tree, you fucking nerds.
Based on performance. When a player gets...
But the nigga's like, I'm not playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, you are. You're playing Baldur's Gate 3 with CTE, nigga.
Their physicals receive a substantial boost. Platinum tier abilities will automatically upgrade to the new, more powerful Heisman tier. The Heisman tier captures those unexplainable moments when a player single-handedly takes over a game. New field vision introduces more realistic challenges for quarterbacks. Shorter quarterbacks will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen.
Oh my God, they added QB vision to fucking college football. See, this is what I'm talking about. This literally proves my point. If my goal is to hop online and win the game, why the fuck would I ever play a team whose quarterback is 5'2" and has limited vision? Niggas are going to find the best animations, the best characters, and they're going to play that. It doesn't matter there's 3,000 animations. I'm not playing fucking me, nigga. I'm 5'2". I want a big 6'4" stud to throw the goddamn ball.
Receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view. To ensure balance around how different abilities affected wear and tear during hits and tackles,
wear and tear
in the game was reviewed and adjusted. New customizable auto sub options let you tailor personnel decisions to strategically handle wear and tear.
Sliders confirmed.
Take complete control with adjustable.
I mean, this shit could be cool for single player, but I don't think the online players will play it. Yeah, the only reason I would ever see anybody use a team like that is they're doing a challenge for themselves. Like they want to prove they can beat a top tier team with a team that's not as like that's the only reason. But like logically, I don't think most people are gonna use that.
And battle real world conditions.
Snow confirmed.
With new weather modifiers that impact wear and tear. And you'll get instant feedback with new pre-snap visual cues.
This nigga in the YouTube chat said this is Baldur's Gate 3 for niggas who can't read.
Players' demeanor, indicating their condition.
Oh,
right on the field. Updates to physics-based tackling make better tackles actually feel better. New tackle types like wrap.
This nigga said a new feature we have is we have better tackles so the tackles feel better. You did not just say that.
Feel better. Right on the field. Updates to physics-based tackling make better tackles actually feel better.
So you just admitted tackles before didn't actually feel better. Like that's not a who wrote this. Yo, AI wrote a script for this shit.
New tackle types like wrap catch tackles and lunges and new timing-based skill mechanics offer more tools to disrupt and dictate the game. With new authentic audio for big hits that adds realism and variety to defense. New dynamic subs allow real-time roster management without breaking from the action.
Wow.
Enhancing the flow and strategy of every game. Make informed personnel decisions.
Looks just like last year's game. And that's why I said I'm curious about College Football 26. I feel like EA got really high off of 25 because it sold so well, failing to realize one of the main reasons a lot of people were excited is it had been like 11 years since the last college football dropped. I think the real test is this year. Will people be just as excited for college football 26, 27, 28 now that we have Madden and college football? Because like, imagine being a game developer that works at EA and you work on these games. I'd be fucking stressed. These niggas got to release 2 Call of Duties a year, basically. And there's only so many ways that you can throw that fucking pigskin, baby. So like, I'd be stressed out. We be like, damn, nigga.
There's only one ideology I resubscribe to, and that's
Shout out to T Cheesy with a sub. The CEOs at EA come down to the dev team and say, we need you to make 2 football games a year. I'm fucking losing my shit. I'm having a mental breakdown because I'm already struggling to come up with new features annually for Madden. Now you're asking me to come up with double the new features? Part of the reason why there's not a lot of sports games is because sports creativity is hard to do. There's only so much you can do. And this is why we encourage people to try different games, because when it comes to single player games or certain types of multiplayer games, you're only limited by your imagination. So when people complain, oh, modern gaming fucking sucks. Like, no, there's only so many ways you can throw a fucking football and get a CTE.
And get your starters back out there with one button press. A rebuild of offensive and defensive line interactions redefines trench battles.
Bring back NFL Street. Only bring back NFL. Well, yeah, NFL Street or NFL Blitz. Only bring it back if it's true to the original joints. And then NFL Blitz, it has to be like the ones that was on the N64, not that NFL Blitz that was on 360 and shit where they was doing cortisone shots. I want the old school arcade shit.
Of your blocks with new block steering, which factors in player attributes.
All these changes just for people to buy this and less, just to say it's different.
Line of scrimmage play. And the addition of stunts and twists delivers more depth and control and pass rush.
Stunts and twists.
Different types of stunts offer a range of strategic options before the snap.
Holy smokes.
To the chess
Mods ban the streamer. No, ban you.
We're introducing adjustable defensive zones.
This shit's for fucking nerds. Who cares, bro? I'm not buying this shit. It's the same shit. I'm curious. I am genuinely curious to see what's the sales in this game going to be. Because I'm not going to lie. If the sales for college football or 26 are in the top 10 best-selling games of 2025, it's going to be detrimental to the industry. Because they're going to be like, oh, we can do it again? Madden and college football? Oh, my God, bro. We're never making new IPs again, bro. And then people are going to complain there's no fucking variety. Hey, the league was dope, though. And it was okay. It just wasn't as good as the original joints, I think.